What's going on, NFL fans? I'm Lawrence Owen, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have some serious news to discuss. Now, before I get started, I just want you all, please don't forget, please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, tag that notification bell so that you are notified next time we go live or upload a video. And don't forget, share this to your favorite social media. Now let's get right into exactly what we're here to discuss. Adam Schefter, just a little while ago, dropped big news. The Arizona Cardinals are giving Kyler Murray a 5-year, $230.5 million extension that includes $160 million guaranteed. That's going to make Kyler Murray the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL on per year average at 46.1 mil a year. Are you freaking kidding me? What? Holy macaroni and cheese. Okay, so here's the deal. I understand that people are going to go, one way or the other, right? There's a lot of Kyler Murray pros. There's a lot of Kyler Murray bads, right? Let's find out. Because if you just go by statistics, if you go by his stats, if you go by what he actually, has on his statistics and his awards and all of that, he definitely deserves it. I mean, wow, right? You go to his stats, and as a rookie, he only had a 2.2 interception ratio. He's been averaging 2.2 or 2.1 interception ratio since he's been in the NFL the last 3 years, right? Touchdown interceptions since he's been around, 70 touchdowns to 34 interceptions. That's not terrible. It's not amazing, but that's pretty darn good. All right. That's around 2-1, which I like to see 3-1, but still 2-1 is better than nothing. You go look at his quarterback ratings, gotten better every year, 87 to 94, and then last year was at 100. His QBR, I'm sorry, that was his passer rating. His QBR quarterback rating, 57, then near 62, and then dropped back down to 57 last year. And his sack total, obviously, had a lot to do. His rookie year, he almost had 50 sacks. That has dropped down to around 30 the last couple years. He had offensive rookie of the year back in 2019, and he's made the Pro Bowl the last couple years. His overall record as a starting quarterback is 22, 23-1. His rookie year, he was 5-10-1. And then his second year, he evened it out, made it 8-8. And then last year, he was 9-5 as a starter. So if you look at it, he's gotten better progressively every year. He's made the Pro Bowls. He's got his awards, his accolades, all of that. So if you are in that corner, you think Kyler Murray is most definitely a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. But if you watched his games, and if you get a little bit more detailed about what he has done as a quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, you start guesstimating things. All right. Here we go. He says, yeah, but not top 2. Amen to that. Okay. Brandon Wood says, we'll see if Kyler could be a quarterback without Hopkins again to start this year. That's the thing. That's something that we're going to jump into real quick, okay? Talking about what Kyler Murray has done on a specific thing. Starting out, without DeAndre Hopkins on his team, he has been a below-average quarterback in the NFL, all right? When he started the season, now obviously it was his rookie season. He didn't have DeAndre Hopkins, plus he was started out as rookie. His second year looked a lot better. but he had DeAndre Hopkins, and he force-fed DeAndre Hopkins. Last year, it was a huge differential, right? When he had Hopkins, he looked really good. When he didn't have Hopkins, not so good. Specifically going down to the end of the year. He started the year off on freaking fire last year, right? He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He started off 7-0, then lost a game, won a game, lost a game, won a game, won a game. Okay. So he was absolutely on fire. He started the season off 10-2 last year and was just, entering December on absolute fire. Then it all went downhill. He lost the last 4 of the last 5 games. Now, the Rams, I can't be upset about that. He made it a close game. It was 23-30. And the Rams ended up winning the Super Bowl. So we'll just chill out that right there, okay? But in the last 3 of the last 4 games that he played was against non-playoff teams at a divisional game. They won the divisional game against Dallas. Divisional games are divisional games. And it was really close. 23-22. But they lost to Detroit, who wasn't even close to being a playoff team. They lost to Indianapolis. And let's face it, the Indianapolis Colts in that game didn't have the majority of their starters in that game because of the COVID, okay? And they still lost to Carson Wentz. And then the last game of the year was against Seattle, and they barely beat them 38-30, okay? The Rams, they go into the playoffs, and they lose to the Rams. Again, can't be too upset about that, right? They lost to the Super Bowl champs. But Kyler Murray in that offense was only able to put 11 points up on the board against the Rams. They lost in a blowout by more than 3 scores, okay? By more than 3 touchdowns, they lost to this team. That's an embarrassment. How do you get a contract that big and literally you have lost 5 of your last 6 games that you played? I don't know. That makes no sense. He says Indianapolis Colts, more like Indianapolis Colts bench warmers that game. It's true. It's absolutely true. So, look, I get, now this, in my opinion, this is a situation where this is a team, a franchise who has been absolutely desperate to find their franchise quarterback for decades. Okay. And I know that franchise quarterbacks are not, growing off of trees in the NFL. It's difficult to find them. I understand that. But if Kyler Murray does not work out, and we see a guy who likes to fold in the second half of seasons like we have seen from him, and he can't make it happen when he doesn't have one of the top 3 receivers in the NFL to just throw to, on a consistent basis, then you're putting your team in franchise poverty over the next 6 years. Because let's face it, they're going to have him now for 6 years. And they're going to be paying him fat cash for the next 6 years. We got to pay attention to this. Got to pay attention. Now, I could be wrong. Look, Kyler Murray's got all the skills in the book, okay? He's incredibly athletic. He's able to make people miss, extend plays. He's got a cannon for an arm, okay? But he has decision-making problems at times. When under pressure, it seems like a lot of times he breaks down, especially when the pressure is up the middle, which hence that last game that he played against the Rams, right? With Aaron Donald and them. He broke down. What about some other stuff that's going on there, right? It's not a good situation. Now, if he's able to fix those, then great. And Arizona is gambling right now. They are throwing dice right now. They're just, like at the craps table, throwing dice, hoping and praying that Kyler Murray becomes Russell Wilson. Okay? That's what they're hoping for. And as much as I would love to see that happen, would love to see Kyler Murray become that guy, you can't just throw dice and drop that kind of money on somebody, because if it doesn't happen, if he hasn't proven that he could be a consistent top 10 quarterback in the NFL, then you're putting your team in a bad situation for the future of the franchise. Look what happens to teams who drop a ton of money on a quarterback, hoping that he would be good, but it doesn't happen. Okay? How many teams have done that? It's throughout the NFL, where a team will throw a ton of money at a quarterback because he's shown signs of being really good. But the fact of the matter was, there wasn't enough evidence there to show that they could do it on a consistent long-term basis. And it ends up setting the team back for years. If it works out, it works out. Great. Absolutely great for Arizona. And I wish them the best. It makes no sense gambling that kind of money. Another situation, okay? I think Baker Mayfield, honestly, has shown more for being a franchise quarterback than Kyler Murray has. Because Baker Mayfield has done stuff with guys gone off his team, right? He's had some breakdowns due to injuries. I get that. But look what happened to Baker. He didn't even get his 5th-year option, got traded out of the building, right? But he's, shown about the same as Kyler Murray, in my opinion. And yet, the Browns weren't willing to take that chance and throw that dice. They threw the dice on something completely different. They are rolling dice. The Browns are rolling dice there, but this is a different type of rolling the dice. Whereas the Cardinals is just like, let's keep him here. You should never let a player dictate what you're going to do. Okay? Never, ever, ever. Unless he is proven 100% that he is a franchise guy. Aaron Rodgers. There's an example. He's proven he's a franchise guy. He's been consistent. Green Bay don't even bend to his whims, He's like, keep this guy. No, we're going to get rid of him. Hey, I need a wide receiver in the draft. No, we ain't going to draft a single one. They don't even do that for him. But yet he consistently wins the MVP, okay? Consistently makes other players better. That's what a franchise guy does. You don't have your best guy on the field? Well, I'm going to make player B and player C and player F on this team, who nobody even knows who they are, and turn them into household names. Do you think Marquez Valdez-Scantling would be a name that everybody knows if it wasn't Aaron Rodgers throwing him the football? Probably not. Probably not. All right. We're going to find out. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much. Let me know. I'm about to end this stream, but let me know in the comments if you think this was a good move by the Arizona Cardinals. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law. And as usual, I want you to have a good one.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.